Hello, guys. Welcome to the final episode of the Info playlist. So, in episode 1, we took a look at the Stick Tournament's lore. Episode 2, we took a look at the Stick Tournament's world. Episode 3, we took a look at the Stick Tournament as a company running the Stick Tourney. And in episode 4, we took a look at the relationship between Ty and Gary. Now, let's take a look at KELBER. Yes, KELBER, the dude who got caught. Essentially, KELBER, basically, KELBER didn't exactly have the misfortune of losing his family when he was young, which so many have had, sadly, in the story. He basically grew up and stuff and had a normal life until he was 21. Now, he actually learned he had powers years prior, and he had kept it a complete secret. Because Powers Control Corporation didn't just, over time they'd become a lot more corrupt, and at this point they were literally experimenting on some of the people. But the people who were bad and stuff, they locked them up most of the time. And they would even do experiments on even innocent people with powers. And he knew this. He was well researched. He had gone to college and stuff. He was a good boy. Yes. So, KELBER, he knows a lot about technology and stuff. Sadly, we know KELBER's fate so far. He's been locked up, and no doubt they'll do experiments on him as well. Anyway, yeah, KELBER is not a fan of Powers Control Corporation. That would explain his role in trying to take Powers Control Corporation down. Because, obviously, Powers Control Corporation is corrupt in his eyes. Now, really no one's the good guy here. Except maybe a Ty, sort of. But even he's not really a good guy. Everyone thinks they're the good guy in this story for now. Except Black, probably. Black, really, was just manipulating everyone partially. Like, Black knew better and stuff. I'll just tell you that. KELBER was going in because KELBER, at age 22, started using his powers more. He used it basically mostly to fight crime. And eventually got into a little group in the end, by age 23, he was a secret mercenary and stuff, and he made a lot of money because of that. He even created his own institution for research and technology called KELBER Institution. Yes, obviously. What a creative name, right? And he was something of a great figure. And things were going great for him until he turned 27. In the end, Powers Control Corporation came up and offered KELBER, they would essentially, if he would sell his group to their group, so basically they would merge, then he could also get a share and say and stuff of what happened in Powers Control Corporation. But on top of that, he would literally get $10 billion. Now, if you could get $10 billion easily, so KELBER's institution right now was literally only making about $250,000 a year. So in 4 years, it would make literally about a $10,000 actually of what they were offering him. In other words, it would take him basically 40,000 years of waiting just to make that much money. But obviously, KELBER wasn't in it for the money. KELBER was, maybe not obviously, but KELBER wasn't exactly in it for the money. Yes, he also wanted money, but he also wanted to make the world a better place. Yes, KELBER actually is kind of a good guy. In the end, KELBER refused because he's not in it for the money. This caused some nasty problems, and over a year, the pressure escalated more and more. To the point after a year, they even sent him death threats, and after another year, they even tried shutting his company down on multiple occasions. By the time he was 30, it started resulting in violence. And eventually, after a year, he was forced to reveal he had powers. After that, they started throwing accusations at him, and after another year and stuff, by the time he was 33, he had lost control of his company. Powers Control Corporation merged KELBER institutions together, and as a result, they kicked KELBER completely out. KELBER was actually hunted and had to run for his life for 2 years before he found a way to hide. So yeah. Talk about corruption. Yeah, so this made KELBER hate Powers Control Corporation even more. And so, he decided to... Actually, he didn't really decide to do anything about it. Over the next 4 years, by the way, he was 40 by the time this next part happens. Yeah, over the next 4 years, he managed to get back some money and actually grow to be a more prominent member of the community. Yeah, so KELBER's a good guy. He was great at making money, and he most of the time would only take assignments that were good. He would occasionally take a criminal assignment. So yeah, he wasn't a perfect person. I didn't say he was perfect, okay? So yeah, they definitely used this against KELBER a lot. Finally, when he was 40, he still hadn't been discovered again. He got a call from one of his friends. Essentially, this dude had been reached out to by an unknown person who wanted to take down a brand new stick tournament. Hosted, of course, by Powers Control Corporated. Obviously, he took the job. The reward was pretty high. The reward was, for him, $10 million. Now, if he just managed to win the tournament without taking down Powers Control Corporated, he could get $10 million. And he could if he could beat every other tournament goer after that, he could get even more money. But KELBER, as we know, is in it for the money. So yeah, KELBER took the job, and that's what explained. In the end, his enjoyment of taking out the dummies was more or less him unleashing his rage. He didn't think he'd get caught, but he did get caught. And he lost to a tie. And now he's locked up. So yeah, that's pretty much KELBER's whole entire story. You probably didn't expect KELBER to be a good guy. But yep, he's a good guy, and now he's locked up. Anyway, yeah, that's all for KELBER for now. Thank you for watching this final video. And please subscribe, and goodbye. It's the final video of this playlist.